Hello guys, I know that many of you celebrate Halloween today, and I also know there is a tradition to dress up as various evil spirits. But I will tell you the truth, in Ukraine we don't need that, I guess, for the last 3 years, and all because we have too much of evil moving in our direction from the Russian side. And since recently, together with the North Korean soldiers. It's official, not just Ukrainian intelligence, but even Pentagon confirm 8,000 North Korean soldiers are 50 kilometers away from the Ukrainian border. We know the names of 3 North Korean generals who are there to conduct the operations, and most likely they will start in the early November, and November is tomorrow, and they will start in the Donetsk region of Ukraine. And if you ask me if I'm worried, I will say yes, I am very worried. But I will surprise you. I'm worried for you, not for Ukraine. Because unfortunately in Ukraine we are already almost for 3 years in this full-scale war, for 10 years in war with Russia. We know history, like 300 years of troubles with this neighbor, but the weak reaction of the strong democratic world is what frightens me, because unpunished evil grows and authoritarian regimes unite, not just against Ukraine. You have to be realistic. The picture is definitely bigger. So let's have a look at it in detail from an ordinary Ukrainian perspective. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see Russia defeated and North Korea defeated, yes, right now we will be fighting against 2 nuclear nations at once. We are strong here in Ukraine. So subscribe to see all that and to know what to do if this expands. I don't want it, but if we all keep talking, keep not letting Ukraine strike the Russian Federation, well, it's quite obvious. So let's start with the numbers, with some facts that are already reported by top intelligence, including Pentagon. So we have at least 8,000 North Korean soldiers. Many more are in various regions of Russia, but these 8,000 are already close to the Ukrainian border, like 50 kilometers away. Perhaps they have spent some time in Russia already, training, preparing, receiving Russian uniform, and training how to kill Ukrainians. Right now, they also have 3 generals and they are ready. According to intelligence, they will start at the very beginning of November. Maybe on the day of the US elections, I don't know. But anyway, this is definitely a very bad precedent, because we clearly see the presence of the foreign regular army, not some mercenaries, but regular army of North Korea, together with the regular army of Russia, are going to continue destroying a big European country that stands for the democratic values and that naively believes that these democratic values are real, not just words that mean less than concerns. And what keeps me worried is the reaction of the world. You know, for us Ukrainians, it is bad, and it is bad already for 3 years and more. And we've got used to war. We don't have a choice. For us, it is an existential fight. No one is ready to negotiate, give up territories, freeze this conflict, and then have more destructions, more deaths, and pass on it to the next generations of Ukrainians. Because I hope all of you sane people realize we will never forgive Russia. We will never shake or hug Putin like Gutierrez does. It's totally unacceptable to demand this from us after so many best Ukrainians killed by them. So many beautiful cities, memories, graveyards, schools and hospitals destroyed. So please never advise that to Ukrainians. Also understand that these authoritarian regimes unite not just for the sake of our lands, but for the sake of the changed world order. I know comments sometimes demonstrate people don't like hearing it, But that's the reality and you cannot hide from it. Subscribe to understand the reality better, because unfortunately these filters, this desire to escape from danger can actually endanger us more. So when I was saying that I feel worried about the democratic world, I was not exaggerating, and I will give you a number of illustrations. Well, Ukraine is getting ready. Ukraine will do our best because, once again, we don't have any other choice. But let's have a look at the United Nations, an organization that is supposed to safeguard lives of civilians, to prevent wars and conflicts, and to react to various crimes. We have Gutierrez traveling to Russia, hugging Putin and hugging Lukashenko. And these are well-known dictators, and Putin is a criminal because we have an international criminal court order to arrest him for stealing Ukrainian children. That's official, and International Criminal Court is just the same respected organization as the United Nations. But we have United Nations head traveling and hugging with Putin. Even those of you who are very neutral, tell me please, did he need to hug him? Why didn't he come to peace summit in Switzerland, not in Ukraine? So I think the answer is obvious. In the United Nations, we have Ukrainian representatives speaking about North Korean troops. We have US allies backing up us with information. We have the names of North Korean generals already in Ukraine. And what is the reaction of the United Nations? Let me know in the comments below if you know something, because we don't. And you know, we are kind of in epicenter, and if it was something, I guess we would know. Then I'm a little bit concerned that the United States asked China to influence on North Korea. It does not seem realistic. It does not seem like a strong position. It's just like, we don't ask Moldova to influence Georgia. We do, and we take our responsibilities. And I think that the best reaction would be to let Ukraine strike back. Strike back. And we are still not allowed to do that. And honestly, the phrase that Ukrainians can strike North Korean troops when they enter Ukraine is pathetic. Is pathetic because you want to let these people cross the border. It would be good if they would do some harm in Ukraine, and then it would be just to neutralize them. I'm so happy that we are not advised to have questionnaires to North Korean soldiers. Please tell us how many Ukrainian children did you steal? Please tell us how many people did you manage to kill? And how many artillery shells have you used on our positions? Oh, it seems like we can strike. This is how it looks. And this is definitely not the position of strength. This is not just the position of neutrality. And I know that some people tell me, if I can make it shorter, something like, okay, we remember the times of the USSR, it was not that bad for us, so maybe you return back to the USSR, we are not talking about you and your needs. Okay, that's cruel, but that's like realistic. They don't care about us, they care about themselves. It was okay for them during this communist Cold War. Okay, but why do you think that all of these global shifts, that all of this disrespect to international borders, that all of these international institutions that turned out to be nothing, unable to control anything, is not a part of a big plan? Once again, did you imagine North Korea fighting in Europe? Did you imagine North Korea exchanging top secret information about the development of spy satellites and getting what it needs? And why don't you think that sometime soon they can actually do something bigger than testing missiles in the direction of Japan? Why don't you think they will ask something in return from Russia, and they will do something in the other part of the world? And if the choice of the democracies will be just to observe and to say, no, 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 let's not escalate. You are not escalating. They are. They are. So one thing as a Ukrainian, I want to ask you the words not to use in conversations with us or those people who stand firm for freedom. Let's not escalate. Then red lines. Then I am concerned. And I guess there are some more. I had these questions in the community tab. You may leave them in the comments. But this is offensive. And I mean, not in this military point of view. So we are strong, we are united, we have no other choice but fight against more evil coming, against thousands of North Korean soldiers together with Russian soldiers. I know they have tremendous losses. They have losses that would have stopped any other sane country years ago. But you see, they get more and more cannon fodder, and it means they are ready to continue. And the only way we can win and defeat this evil is to fight back, but to fight back with innovative and strong weapons. We are developing ours, but oh my God, guys, with daily missiles, it's kind of difficult, you know? And after giving up our nuclear weapons, after trusting people who are respected leaders of respected countries, you know, it's difficult. Honestly, I was a little bit down today because I have read about the 15-year-old boy that was killed by Russia yesterday while sleeping in his house in the center of Kharkiv. And I was like devastated, and I could squeeze my message in one phrase that it is actually very difficult to try to survive and keep persuading others that it is worth it. That's how we feel right now in Ukraine. Let me know, are you open for a live conversation this Saturday, 9 p.m. Kyiv? I would love to speak with you. You know that you are friends and family, and I feel safe and loved with you, and I'm very grateful for the community that we have developed. Please share these videos on your social media platforms and also follow me on X, Instagram, Threads, and Discord. The links are in the description of this video, same as our merch shop that has lots of items that work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channel. Trick or treat. And let's expel all of these demons from Ukraine and from the planet. Slava Ukraini!